What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about Apex Shadow Lugia and Apex Shadow Ho-Oh for the Johto Tour. We're also going to dive through the Johto Tour, what's going to be available, and my perspective about what you guys should be catching if you decide to buy a ticket when it comes to Go Battle League. This is all going to be coming through the lens of Go Battle League. Are these Pokemon good? What is happening with these Apex moves? We're going to break it down for you today. So let me know down in the comments, which ticket are you guys going to choose if you guys are going to participate? But let's go ahead and talk about it. All right, so for the Johto Tour, we are going to have Apex Shadow Lugia and Apex Shadow Ho-Oh, which is very interesting because I don't believe Apex is a thing in the main series, right? We got Dynamax, we have Mega Evolutions, we have Z moves, but I've never heard of Apex, so I think this is a Pokemon Go exclusive. Now, visually, the only difference between a Shadow Lugia and an Apex Shadow Lugia is going to be it has this, what I'm going to guess is this glow similar to what Mewtwo had. If you guys remember the Shadow Mewtwo, it had that extra kind of glow to it, which was pretty cool, and some sparks to it. Now, it may not, so don't get your hopes up that it definitely will. Same with Ho-Oh here. It seems to have a different kind of like a galaxy formation behind it, but that's just the visual differences. That's all we're going to get. Now, when it comes to these Apex moves, firstly, what I want you guys to understand is that these moves will not be affected in Go Battle League. And what I mean by that is when it comes to something like Aeroblast, something that we've already had on Lugias, the power in Go Battle League is 170. So with an Apex move, whether it's Aeroblast Plus or Aeroblast Plus Plus, it is not going to be affected in trainer battles. That's very important. So this has no implications on Go Battle League other than Ho-Oh getting that move. Now, I'm not sure if you can Elite TM the move of Sacred Fire onto the Ho-Oh after the event. I would assume so. So if you've already invested in a Ho-Oh for Master League, for example, Sacred Fire could come in and you could probably Elite TM it. That's just going to be my safe guess. But if not, then this is the only way to get it, but I don't think that is something they would do. Now, when it comes to Sacred Fire, this is going to be, we have PV Poke Up, this is going to be 130 damage with 65 power, 50% chance to lower your opponent's attack by 1 stage, which is really, really nice. So if we take a look at the moves of Ho-Oh, we're just going to go ahead and go to Master League. We'll type in Ho-Oh. We have Brave Bird, Earthquake, which is Legacy, and then we are going to have Sacred Fire. So if we add this here, we now have Incinerate, Sacred Fire. Now, when it comes to the coverages, obviously Brave Bird, Earthquake, Sacred Fire have a lot of great diverse coverages, so it's going to depend on the meta. But with all the steals in Master League, Sacred Fire might just be the one to go to, but we will have to see how that all plays out. Again, it doesn't get affected by the Sacred Fire or Apex Plus or Apex Plus Plus when it comes to the damage. Now, what does affect this damage is going to be gyms and raids. So if you really enjoy doing raids or doing gym battles, this is where the power lies, right? So if you keep it as a Shadow, the Sacred Fire Plus Shadow Ho-Oh is going to have 135 power. Now, if you purify it, it's going to be Sacred Fire Plus Plus, okay? Which is going to be 155 power. Now, if you purify it, that means it's no longer Shadow, which means it's not going to get that roughly 20% boost to damage, which if you take into account that 135, let's say roughly 10%, that is looking at 27 extra damage, that is going to be a bit more than the 155. So I'm sure a lot of you have already cranked out the numbers, but it's looking like for raids and gym battles, the Sacred Fire Shadow Ho-Oh is going to be a bit more powerful because it is Shadow. I could be wrong, but that's just my rough guesstimation there. Also, the animation there looks really, really cool on the Ho-Oh. Lugia, same thing, Aeroblast in gyms is going to be 200 instead of 170, and then the Aeroblast Plus, which means you purified it, will be 225. Again, if we take 20%, that's going to be 240, keeping it a shadow, which is more powerful than 225. Just something to take note. Plus, the Apex Shadow Lugia just looks so dang cool with the electricity and the glow right there. But that is what's happening with these things. All they're doing is taking a move and just making it stronger because it's an exclusive Apex Aeroblast Plus move, which is interesting. There's not really a lot they can do inside the game other than make moves stronger, which definitely doesn't add any depth really other than buffs and debuffs when it comes to Go Battle League. But yeah, that's what it is. No effect on GBL, so don't worry about it. You're gonna see Ho-Ohs of Sacred Fire, so watch out for that. But yeah, that is Ho-Oh and Lugia. Now we're gonna talk about Johto Cup now, or not the Johto Cup, the Johto Tour. So we have Go Stadium's graphic right here. Hopefully you guys can see it, which you guys can. This is a really good one-stop shop graphic. I'll have a link down in the description if you guys want to go check this out for yourselves. Zoom in and out. Now, this event is going to be happening next weekend, February 26th and 27th. The ticket price is going to be $12 US or whatever the equivalent is in your local country. And you have to choose between gold and silver. Now, gold is obviously going to get you the Ho-Oh, and the silver is going to get you the Lugia. My guesstimation right now, purely on Ho-Oh and Lugia, is to get the Ho-Oh because you get that new Sacred Fire move. Plus, Lugia's Aeroblast is not going to be any different than what it already is that you guys already have. So that's just something to note. Now, when it comes to the exclusive Pokemon that are going to be in each one, we are going to see basically these top 4 are going to be the interesting ones. So it's going to be whether you want the Gligar and the Mantines or you want the Skarmory and the Donphans. And most of us already have these. Now there are a few differences when it comes down here. So obviously you got Igglybuff instead of Clefairy and whatnot. So take this with a grain of salt of which one you want to get. We also are going to see new shinies as well. I wonder if I can zoom in on this. Let's see. Enhance. Okay, I opened up the image in a new tab, so we should be able to see this pretty well. But these are going to be the shinies that are going to be in here. So Noctowl, Micargo, Jumpluff is going to be in there, which just had the community day. Octillery, Girafarig, Hitmontop, Donphan. These are all very, very cool Pokemon. So depending on what shinies you want is going to depend on which one you're going to get here. As you guys can see the differences in Pokemon. But there's really nothing that stands out right now we haven't got this Pokemon yet for PvP. All of these Pokemon have been widely accessible, especially the starters. You get them in both, so don't worry about that, especially if you don't have a Meganium. But outside of that, the only difference is really going to be Ho-Oh with the new move. Now, one final thing for the this is special event, if you guys do get a ticket, is you get item rewards. That's going to be Ho-Oh wings and Lugia masks. I can already bet the Ho-Oh wings are going to sell a bit more. Honestly, those are very, very cool. I wish we could have gotten Lugia wings because we could have worn arm sleeves of Lugia's hands. How funny would that have been? Or to have the arms just dangling off the back. I think that would have been really funny. The mask does kind of make a bit more sense, but the wings just look so good there that in my perspective here, if I'm going to get a ticket, I'm getting the gold version with Ho-Oh because of the wings and the move with Ho-Oh there. So that's just going to be my choice. Again, you guys can choose what you want. But we are also seeing exclusive special research as well. You're going to be getting a shiny Gyarados and a Celebi, and Celebi is going to be getting Magical Leaf. Now, Magical Leaf is going to basically be somewhat similar to Ice Shard or Fire Spin. So think Fire Spins on like a Charizard, for example, or an Ice Shard on a Lapras. It's going to be the same extent. But this honestly doesn't make Celebi that much better. So if we take Celebi here, it's going to have well, let's see. it doesn't have the move on here. So let's go ahead and give it Magical Leaf. Let's see here. Do custom. Do Magical Leaf. Add move. So right now it has a 27% win rate. If we give it Magical Leaf, it's going to have a 25% win rate. So it really doesn't pick up any more wins. And if anything, it loses more, as Magical Leaf just doesn't do enough. Sure, you can really shred apart the water grounds, which is what you're seeing here, a bit more like hard coverage. Instead of Confusion to taking out Toxicroak and whatnot, but that move is definitely not something to write home about when it comes to Celebi getting the move. So yeah, that is the event. There's a lot of other information here, but I don't want to bog you guys down. You guys can come read this for yourselves. I'm going to leave that there. But we have Apex moves that don't affect Go Battle League. They're all about gyms and raids. And then we have Sacred Fire as well, which is going to be a cool new move there for Ho-Oh. And again, with the Avatar Wings, it makes sense to go Ho-Oh. That's just my preference. But you guys let me know which one you guys are going to pick. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Again, this is next weekend. Go down to the description if you guys want links to this or Ghost Stadium's graphics. You guys can be a bit more informed and have a full read through of all the different little perks that are coming with this event. So like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.